Hi, I'm Kathleen.
I'm Matt.
I'm Georgette.
And you're watching
Word of Mouth.
And they treated him like a god. And in that neighborhood, he was a god. And I would just sit on my stoop, just 10 feet away, 10 feet away, and I would watch him, all day and all night. But he never, ever looked at me. Never.
I saw A Bronx Tale. It's a one-man show that's written and performed by Chaz Palminteri, and it's about 8 years in his life, from age 9 to age 17, and he lived in the Belmont section of the Bronx, Little Italy.
A Bronx Tale is a story of a young boy who sort of by chance meets this gangster, sort of mafia guy, just from hanging out on his street corner, and he witnesses something he shouldn't witness, a murder. And when it comes time to report to the cops who did it, he doesn't rat out on the gangster boss man.
He becomes very friendly with the man who did the murder, who's in the mafia, and he really likes him. And he likes that everybody likes him because the mafia guy likes him. So he becomes very popular in the neighborhood, and he gives him jobs, and he makes money, and he feels important.
It's really about the conflict between the father figures, Chaz's actual father and then the father figure of Sonny, the gangster, and kind of the different ways of life and what's important and the value systems, and kind of getting caught up in all of the glamour of the mobster, but then seeing the underbelly of it. And it's just it's a coming-of-age tale.
This is the story of Chaz Palminteri's real life, and he's telling the story himself, and he plays all of the parts in the play, which coming into it, I didn't know how that would turn out, you know, watching 90 minutes of the same man, you know, up there on stage.
He plays everything. He plays himself as a little boy. You know, he plays his mom. He plays Sonny, the character that he becomes very friendly with.
He plays the part of his dad. He plays the part of himself as a 9-year-old boy. He plays the part of himself as a 17-year-old teenager.
Just with a gesture, you knew exactly whether he was talking about Frankie Coffee Cake or, you know, Jojo the Whale, and there were all these very colorful characters, and then he portrayed each one very well.
He's captivating. He's phenomenal. People are just watching him, and they're going back and forth across the stage. You could hear a pin drop, except for when people started laughing, which was every 2 seconds.
It's not becoming like a repetition of something he's performed. I know he performed this in the 80s, and then there was a movie made about it sometime in the 90s, but it's so fresh when he tells it, because you can tell it's like these emotions are deep-rooted in his heart, and it really comes through nicely.
I have seen many one-person shows before. It's an art form that I admire because of the amount of work and the energy level that's required, and it's tough because it's all you. And he did a wonderful job compared to the other ones that I've seen.
And the set is very simple. There's almost nothing to it. It doesn't change at all. There's a light post. There's a stoop.
It takes place on the corner of 187th Street and Belmont Avenue. It's his building and the bar. Pretty much that's the whole thing. He's either standing under a street light or he's sitting on a chair.
But then using the lighting, it just really focused it focused our attention on different parts of the set, and it really signaled the change from mood, and it was a really good job.
I'm from the Bronx, 187th and Belmont. It's like listening to him was just, if I close my eyes, I'm on the street corner when I was a kid. It's all the same. Even though he was 187th and Belmont, and on my street wasn't the same name, the people were the same. Tony Blue Eyes, Louie the Lip. Everybody in the Bronx had guys named that in their neighborhood.
I grew up in Brooklyn, and I was a child during the 60s, and this reminded me of my neighborhood in Brooklyn. Different culture, different nationalities, but still that same feel where you knew everybody on the block, and everybody was your mother, basically. And I thought that was conveyed very well. I felt that I was back in my childhood in one part. It was great.
I really liked it, yeah. I would highly recommend it to someone who is coming to watch a true story of just, you know, a different time, a different place, and a different lifestyle.
It was great, absolutely great. In fact, I'm going to go buy tickets for my family. I want my son to see it. He will love it. He will absolutely love it. It's great.
If you like the movie, I think you'll love the show, to see what the roots of the movie. And basically, if you like to see anything about New York life, you know, neighborhood life, this is the show.
Sonny's wrong. It doesn't take much strength to pull the trigger, Cologio. But try to get up in the morning, day after day, and feed 3 kids when you're on unemployment. And you got to cash in empty soda bottles to buy a half a pound of chopped meat. Let's see Sonny try that one. And then we'll see who the real tough guy is. The working man's the tough guy.